Complex News, I'm Pierce Simpson. I'm joined here by Nav. Nav, how you feeling, my man?
Feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. You should feel great because on Friday, well, first, before we get to the album talk, first and foremost, how you holding up during this quarantine? Like, what's your day-to-day like?
It's like, in the morning I get up, I'll probably just play video games for like a few hours, and then after that, once I'm sick of that, I'll probably just go by Cash's house. He lived close to me, and he got a full-blown studio at the crib. So that just made everything easier than this album process. That literally his studio got built like one day before this whole quarantine hit. Yeah. So it literally got finished in the perfect time, and it made the album process easier because no studios are open.
Right, and you mentioned hours. Some tells me it's a lot of hours of playing them games. If you had to like put an estimate on it, exactly what would you do?
It depends how bad I do. You know what I mean? If I get frustrated, I'll stop like after 1 hour. You know what I mean?
I'm with it. Are you in Toronto right now?
No, I'm in LA.
LA. Okay, perfect. Friday, you're dropping Good Intentions, latest album to come out. What made this the right time for you to drop your album?
I always base my album dropping time kind of like off of momentum. You know what I mean? Like if I'm dropping like a lot of good features, I feel like I dropped a lot of good features with Wolves, with Spaghetti's in the Face, with Boy Back, with Thug, and then Leaders with Uzi, and I just want to play off that momentum. Then we dropped Turks, and that's like my highest charting song. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we based it off. Not really what's going on in the world. If I don't really focus on who's dropping or what's going on. It's just I'm trying to do better than I did last time. That's all I care about.
Because Turks, the video kind of came out like in the moment, spontaneously, because you're on vacation, right? And you just decided.
Yeah, but the video we actually shot here in LA on like a old military base kind of vibe. But even that, like, God bless, we got the video done right before this whole pandemic hit. Like, we were just getting news about China probably back then, and that's it.
On the album, you have Young Thug, Travis Scott, Lil Uzi Vert, Pop Smoke, Don Oliver, Future, and Lil Durk. What was your favorite collaboration throughout your whole project?
I say my favorite was probably working with Thug. I mean, he's such a cool and like humble guy, especially where he's at like in his career. And we had a really good time in Toronto making those songs because he had a tour date in Toronto, and then Cash said, "Yo, we should go over there and you should come out on stage because it's Toronto and it'd be lit." So after that, he spent a couple of days in Toronto because they had some days off, and we had the studio booked and we were just vibing out there. And that's why if you hear the song No Debate with me and him, you can see how we like split it up half and half because we was literally in the same room and high off that energy, like let's go. It's like, all right, I'm done. And I just gave him the headphones, like, you go now. And like it's just like we literally split that song 50-50, like half the hook, half the everything.
That's incredible. Yeah. Because you also mentioned Lil Durk has a process that's kind of similar where it's like real fast, he gets in, does his thing, and you mentioned that he's one of the most talented people that you work with. What was it like working with him?
It was insane. Like I've always liked his music because it's like real content and he like makes music for the streets and people can relate. But just to see him work was crazy. Like I didn't think he was gonna bang out those 2 verses from my last album in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and with real content, not like some like watered down shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, for sure. Yeah. For sure. These high profile relationships that you have throughout your career, it seems like they genuinely fuck with you. What do you think it is that makes you create those lasting bonds with some superstars in the game, whether it's Young Thug or Metro Boomin? What makes you think keep that connection?
I feel like the way that I guess I've kind of portrayed myself, but also the way people portray me is kind of like polar opposite of like how I am in person. Right. And like people just see that. Like any artist we ask them, they'll be like, "Yo, Nav has a good heart. He's a loyal person. Like he's not weird." And that's it. That's all it is. And we have like I have deep conversations with these guys. You know what I mean? Like Thug, like he teaches me a lot about life. Like he taught me how to be better with my parents. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. You know what I'm saying?
What was some of that game that Thug gave you as far as like being better with your parents?
I remember we was at Tao and he was telling me like sometimes you gotta show your mom what she wants. She don't know. Like he's like, my mom didn't have no business going to Miami, but when I took her there, now she go there every month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm like, oh, for real, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm making those steps to do the same thing.
For sure. In 2015, you produced Back to Back. A lot of people don't really know that. 5 years later, you and Meek are close. That beef between him and Drake is a thing of the past. When you two first kind of like became friends and started getting that connection, was there ever a conversation about that at all?
It's kind of funny, and there never was. Even one time, me and my boy Bucks went to Atlanta, and that's when I made that line about Tap. Like the first time I seen a Maybach was with Cuz, because when we went there, we had no car, and he's like, yo, the Maybach's outside, you can take it, and the key's inside, we can't find the key, but just take it, you can start the car and take it. So that's the first time I ever seen a Maybach. Was Meek gave us his car right when we got to Atlanta. And even when we were in the house, we're kicking it, like I think he just got this crib and like there's like no furniture or nothing. We just kicking it, and I think in the back of my head I was like, does he know that I did that? I don't think he knows, and I just left it alone. I really talk about it. It's not something really that, but I know he's like a very sensible person and he knows what it was. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea like that beat was gonna go there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Do you think he knows in 2020 by any chance?
I'm sure you know by now for sure.
Okay.
He paid attention. Yeah.
That makes sense. 2018, you dropped Reckless, but in the process of dropping Reckless, you were very honest about it being a time where you were focusing on the wrong things, and you felt like that album was kind of like turning a homework assignment, and your fans let you know that too. What about that whole process in your life that made you feel that way? Like, what were you chasing?
It was more so like sometimes you start feeling like when you hot. Like when I came in the game, I was like blazing hot, in my opinion. And everybody was like, energy around me was like, wow, this new thing, you know? And that kind of got to my head to a point where like, you start feeling like they're going to listen to whatever you give them. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like that cockiness attitude, I realized it was like easy to tell what I did wrong when I got the bad reviews. So when I went to Bad Habits, it was like this, like, I felt like if I didn't do well, my career was done. Even though maybe it might have not been true, like, but that's how I went into it. So I took it really serious. So, and I'm just transferring that, like a polished version of that for this next album.
For sure, because you follow Reckless up, like you mentioned with Bad Habits, that went #1. Your accolades, people look at just your stats. You've had a very, very accomplished and successful career. But for whatever reason on social media, a lot of people like to talk shit. Does that bother you at all? And do you listen to what people might say about you?
I mean, like, what people think about me don't get me paid. So it's like, you don't care. Like, I don't care, but it's like, there's the element of like, I feel like there's like a race wall. I feel like, cause like I'm hitting a wall with the race thing. It's like, maybe cause I'm Indian or something. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, not used to it, but it's cool because I feel like when I first came out, like my first fans and like that small following was like ready for something like me, and they was used to it. And then now that I'm on this global scale, it's like new people that are seeing, they're like, what the hell is, you know what I mean? They don't understand it. And maybe it's hard to believe, but if you came maybe to the environment that I grew up in, or saw my friends from where I grew up, you understand how this came about. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, for sure. Nav, do you think people recognize the things that you've accomplished in your career? Do you feel like you're slept on? I know we talked about the comments earlier, but I think sometimes people try to undermine the things, the platinum records you've accumulated, the #1 things you've done. Do you feel like you're slept on in that aspect?
I feel like overhated a bit, but I feel like it's like you could change the narrative on your career. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do certain things to just change the narrative, and that's what I've been doing. It's like I just stay quiet, and it's like I just put out music. Like I'm gonna slap every time. I'm not gonna let up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. I changed the narrative. I literally watched the comments change. It went from just hate to now they say, oh, he overhated. It's a trend to hate on him. And I'm like, just watch it. I'm watching the narrative change from my work.
Earlier this year, you and Akademiks went back and forth on social media. What sparked the issue between you two?
To be honest, it was a conversation I'm having with my boys in the living room, and we was just like, you know, smoke some weed, kicking it, and we just like, boom, I just put it out, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I feel bad for him. Like I felt bad that I made him that mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel bad for him. Like I'm probably really tight about it, but it's like, what can I do? It is what it is. It's not like he's gonna stop anything I got going on.
I got you. You mentioned the race thing earlier. In the post that he made towards you, you felt like he was being racist in a way of misspelling your name intentionally. Do you feel like you endure racism in the music industry? Oh, for sure,
100%. It's just like, you know, saying like, you know, my music is for people that work in 7-Elevens. Like saying some shit like that is crazy. Like, yeah. You know, somebody will do something to you over some shit like that. Like that's really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's really just that. It's just offensive. And I don't know why you think shit's sweet over here. Like shit ain't sweet.
No, I feel you. How do you handle that just internally and personally? Because, you know, that's not some shit you want to hear.
If I let shit like that affect me, I'll crumble. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
That shit like literally flick like that is nothing. You know what I'm saying? We've been through way worse in life. We have real enemies, real smoke. So
right.
Yeah, a little boy like that ain't no smoke.
I got you. In a perfect world, let's say that your album this Friday on May 8th drops, Good Intentions. What's the perfect rollout and release for Nav? What's your dream situation?
I don't know. We build it up as we go. Like me and Cash, like Cash call me every day. Like, and he's on the East Coast right now, so he really wake me up every day because he's you know what I mean? He's ahead. So I'm waking up early and every day he's like, "Yo, what do you think? We should post this, right? Oh, I'm gonna make a clip for this, right? We should do this." So today was like, yeah, let's take a clip from this video that we shot and put it out. Like we just come up with shit as we're going, and then like next thing you know, we'll be talking to Bar about Velo merch or something. Like we just in the field, so we just really running around getting it done. And it's just as we go, we just keep playing.
Right. Favorite track from the album? Do you have one personally?
I say I have like a top 3. I'd say No Debate with Thug, My Business with Future, and Saint Laurent. That's my 3 picks. Yeah.
By the end of 2020, what are you hoping is the narrative on Nav officially? Because you're saying that narratives change. What are you hoping by the end of this year to be the narrative about you?
They just I don't know. Like they need to see that everything's authentic. It's like. I'm never gonna do the goofy shit. Like I'm never gonna do no goofy internet shit. Like the worst shit I think in my opinion I ever did was that tweet shit, and is out of character for me. I don't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just never gonna do the extra goofy shit because all you're gonna be left with in the end, the money that you made is gonna be gone, and all that's gonna be left is all that goofy shit you did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be one of them goofy rappers. I'm just gonna let my music always speak for itself, and that's what's been keeping me successful.
Got you. Nav, I appreciate you stopping by, chopping it up with Complex News. Best of luck to you this Friday, man, and keep staying safe.
You too, my brother.